What if the Bible itself admits that there are missing books? What if Scripture points us toward ancient records now lost, scrolls that could answer some of the greatest mysteries of human history? One of the most fascinating of these lost texts is the Book of Jasher. Mentioned not once, but twice in the Old Testament, it has sparked centuries of curiosity. What was in this book? Why did it disappear? And, perhaps most haunting, was it hidden from us deliberately? This is the story of the Book of Jasher, the lost book of the Bible. Part 1. The strange reference, our first clue, comes in the book of Joshua 10 verse 13. Israel is in the heat of battle against the Amorites. Joshua cries out one of the most impossible prayers ever spoken. Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and moon, over the valley of Ajalon. And the text says, so the sun stood still, and the moon stopped, till the nation avenged itself on its enemies. Is this not written in the book of Jasher? Pause there. The miracle itself is mind-shaking, the sun and moon halting in the sky. But notice the footnote. Is this not written in the book of Jasher? As if to say, if you doubt me, go check the record, it's there. Our second clue appears in 2 Samuel 1 verse 18. David, mourning the deaths of Saul and Jonathan, composes a lamentation for them. The text says, it is written in the book of Jasher. Twice, the Bible itself points to another book, a book outside its own pages, a book of songs, stories, and history. But today, we don't have it. Part 2. What was Jasher? The Hebrew name Sefer HaYashar literally means the book of the upright or the book of the just ones. So, what kind of book was this? Scholars suggest it may have been a collection of poems and national records, something like a historical chronicle of Israel's early heroes, blending history, prophecy, and song. Think of it as an ancient archive, a book that preserved stories of battles, miracles, laments, and victories. The kind of book a nation would use to remember its identity. But here's the great mystery. Why didn't it survive? Part 3. The vanished text. We know ancient Israel kept many scrolls, chronicles, genealogies, songs of lament, books of seers and prophets, many now lost. But the book of Jasher is different because the Bible itself treats it as a reference source. Some believe it was destroyed in war, burned when Jerusalem was conquered, when temples were destroyed, or when scrolls were looted. Others whisper that it was deliberately hidden, locked away because it contained knowledge too dangerous, too revealing for the world to see. Could the book of Jasher have held secrets about creation, angels, or even events we only glimpse in Genesis? Part 4. The rediscovered versions over the centuries. Several manuscripts claiming to be the Book of Jasher have appeared. In the 17th century, a text was published in Venice claiming to be Jasher. Scholars quickly dismissed it as a forgery. In 1751, another version was printed in England. This one claimed to be a translation from Hebrew. And this is where things get interesting. In this Jasher, we find expanded versions of biblical stories, the rivalry between Nimrod and Abraham, Noah warning his generation in detail before the flood, the plagues of Egypt described with chilling clarity, the crossing of the Red Sea with additional miracles. Is this the true Book of Jasher? Or a medieval invention, retelling old stories with new imagination? Scholars remain divided. But whether authentic or not, its existence proves one thing: humanity has always longed for the missing pieces of Scripture. Part 5. Why was it lost? Here lies the heart of the mystery. Why would God allow a book quoted in His Word to disappear? Some say because it wasn't necessary for salvation. It was history, not revelation. Others suggest it was deliberately kept from us because it revealed things humanity was not ready to know. And then there are those who point to whispers of secret archives, the fabled Vatican Library, where hidden scrolls may still lie. Could the Book of Jasher be sitting in a dark vault somewhere, guarded from the eyes of the world? Part 6. Jasher and the other lost books. The Book of Jasher is not alone. The Bible itself mentions other texts we no longer have. The Book of the Wars of the Lord, Numbers 21:14. The Book of Samuel the Seer, 1 Chronicles 29 verse 29. The Book of Nathan the Prophet, the Book of Gad the Seer. It is as if the Bible we hold is just the tip of an iceberg, a window into a much larger world of writings, visions, and histories. Could these missing books one day resurface? Part 7. Why it still matters. Even without the Book of Jasher in our hands, its shadow lingers. The fact that Scripture points to it twice reminds us of something crucial. God's story is always bigger than the fragments we see. We live with mysteries, with missing pieces, with questions that stir our curiosity and faith. Perhaps the Book of Jasher is not just about what was lost. It is about reminding us that truth is vast, layered, and sometimes hidden. That God's wisdom is deeper than any single scroll. And maybe, just maybe, the day will come when the Book of Jasher is rediscovered, and history as we know it will be rewritten.